Hi everyone, I am Sailor Solitaire. Welcome to my channel. Thank you everyone for tuning in for your August 2017 tarot reading. So happy birthday to Leo suns, as well as some of you early Virgo babies out there as well. Very fiery, explosive month. Can be a bit much for some people, so be careful not to overdo things, over exaggerate, overcompensate, overestimate, overcommit. Just don't overdo it. Keep an eye on the big picture, take a deep breath, keep it flexible, keep it loose, but don't forget to work hard. Don't forget to watch your other signs, sun, moon, rising, Venus, etc., to have a more complete picture of what's in store for you for the rest of the month. If you don't know what your other signs are, I have made a video explaining how to find exactly that. I will link it in the description below, and I'll also provide a link that you can click on at the end of this video. So keep an eye out for that, or just skip right to the end if you're interested in knowing what your other signs are. I recently hit 1K, so thank you everyone for subscribing. Thank you for those who are commenting on my videos and who regularly watch. Thanks so much. I love you guys so much. So let's get right to your reading, guys. Hi Virgos, welcome to your August 2017 reading. It's almost your birthday, guys. For some of you watching who are early or August Virgos, then happy birthday to you. From the comments that I got, I feel like a lot of you Virgos are kind of going through a tough time, and it is not easy. We do have Mercury going retrograde in your sign, and it will move into Leo at the end of the month, or in the middle of the month, I think. But still, it's not an easy time for you Virgos, and I feel like your mind is kind of playing it up. Things are like, you guys are getting lost in your own thoughts, and I feel like it's hard. It really is hard. Sometimes you just can't help yourself. I can't help myself either. Thinking about all the things and kind of bringing on this anxiety onto myself, but hopefully this reading and hopefully other things in your life as well will give you a bit of peace and a bit of serenity. If not, then a bit of guidance, a bit of insight into how you can make the most of your situation. Although I do feel like that doesn't apply for every Virgo. Maybe you guys, some of you Virgos are having a great time lately, and that's good. I hope one way or another that you find value in these readings, and I hope that I can bring you something good today, some good news hopefully. All right, so the first card giving the overall energies at play for you guys in August, we have 10 of Pentacles. Okay, so right off the bat, this is an earth card, and this is, this is earth energy, and this is a card usually, this is like the climax, or like the, just like the ultimate accomplishments, in terms of work and home and finances. It's just, it's like achievement, it's success. And it's like mastery of your domain, basically. In the reverse position, I do feel like this can mean some troubles, possibly something like an inheritance falling through, or having money redirected in some way that that was meant for you, or that was promised to you in some way. Maybe pension issues. Or like a promotion, possibly even, that was, you thought you had in the bag, and then it doesn't go to you. There's something that's like, it's not like a theft or like a loss in job, hopefully, but I feel like there's some sort of something that like you were really, really looking forward to, and that you were like holding your breath, like, oh my god, I'm gonna get it, and then it just kind of fell through or something like that. Obviously this doesn't have to be literal. This could be you know, like maybe you were just like, okay, at the end of the summer, I'm, you know, things are going to be settling down, and I'm going to be, you know, I'm going to have time to myself, and I can relax, and I can do some gardening, and, you know, just whatever you enjoy. And then all of a sudden it's like, I have no time for anything. Just something that you were kind of looking forward to, something that was going to be a blessing for you, but all of a sudden, or not all of a sudden, but like it turns out that, you know, plans fall through, or, well, this isn't what I expected at all. So I do feel like, you know, all these cards are just what the energies are at the current stage, the current timeline of life. So hopefully with the advice cards and everything like that, we can try to, you know, turn this around actually, and kind of take matters into our own hands, because tarot really is just, you know, a way of revealing to us the factors at play in a situation so that we can change the outcome. You know, tarot is not like, this is what's going to happen to you. It's like, these are the energies at play, and, you know, this is what you can do about it. It really lets you know, like, your strengths, your weaknesses, and what you can control, what you can't control, things like that. So the next card is something that you guys are missing, something that you know, your attention should be brought to, because you're not aware of it. So let's see, we have the Four of Swords. Okay, so the Four of Swords is, well, swords is a card of air energy, the air element. So we have earth and air here. And, you know, they're both kind of facing off. They're kind of opposite each other. And so I do feel like maybe you're not linking, you know, the reason for your disappointment or whatever you know, the falling through of something that you were looking forward to, or something that you were expecting, could possibly because, you know, you guys are acting a bit too afraid of a challenge or confrontation, or you guys are kind of just expecting you know, people to see things from your perspective, and you're not willing to kind of go out there and defend yourself, defend your opinion, defend your name. Because with this Four of Swords, fours are all about stability, and so I feel like you guys are, you know, you're not, there's no sense of like spontaneity, or no sense of action, you know, like just impulse, like passion. I feel like, you know, this four also has to do with conservatism. So while things are stable, and earth signs are obviously stable, they can be a little bit too reserved, a little bit too conservative, not willing to take chances, not willing to take risks. And with this Four of Swords, I feel like you guys are kind of holding your tongue. You guys are not speaking your piece, speaking your mind, and, you know, you're kind of holding yourself back, and that could be the reason why, you know, you're not satisfied, or you don't get everything that you deserve. Obviously, in a perfect world, you would, and I feel like, you know, you guys are working hard, and you guys have the talent and the skills and the know-how and the pleasantness, I feel like, to, you know, to be able to just, you know, accomplish your goals and to achieve things that you set out to achieve. But I do feel like the one thing that you're lacking, you know, one of the things that you may be lacking is, you know, your ability to get your voice heard, to scream, you know, your position, and to scream your piece, your opinion out there. And I feel like, you know, Virgos sometimes can be like, they're perfectionists typically, traditionally, and I feel like, you know, it's never a good time. They're never 100% confident to be like, you know, this is 100% what it is, and I deserve this because of this and that and whatever. They have a hard time kind of promoting themselves and like playing up their strengths, because I feel like Virgos, you guys are always nitpicking, and you guys, especially about yourselves, you guys are like, oh, well, I don't know if I deserve this because of this and that, and oh, I could have done this better, or oh, I need to work on this before I can, you know, ask for a raise, or before I can, you know, do this, I should work on this. And I feel like you guys are, you know, you need to just push yourself a little bit further and you know, don't be afraid to put yourselves out there. Not everyone is perfect, and I know that's just like, it's hard to tell a Virgo that. It's just in their nature, honestly it is. And with Mercury in Virgo, actually, I feel like a lot of people, no matter their sign, are kind of feeling that, just trying to analyze everything and nitpick. And it's difficult, you know? Mercury's in your sign, and so obviously your brain, your train of thoughts is going to be running a bit wild, a bit chaotic, and it's going to be hard to take control of that. So I do get it, like your planetary like arrangements and alignments are making it hard for you to, you know, get over your anxiety and to, you know, put yourself out there. And that is obviously affecting your situation, your home life, and possibly, you know, it's affecting you at work. And I feel like you have a tendency now to retreat into yourselves and to almost feel sorry for yourself, which I feel like everybody, you know, has experience in doing. But I feel like, you know, you can very much change you know, your home life or your work situation, and you can attain exactly what you want and what you know you deserve. But I feel like you need to be willing to, you know, stop hanging back and waiting and expecting things to happen because, you know, oh, in a perfect world that would happen. Unfortunately, we do live in the physical world, and it's okay for you to you know, put yourself out there, and for you to say and for you to just remind people or tell people of what you're worth. You know, you should know your worth, and you shouldn't let anyone, you know, put you lower or put you in your place. You should definitely express that and not settle for anything less. So general advice for you Virgos, we have Death in the reverse position. Okay, so yeah, definitely there's some sort of resistance here. There's some sort of like hesitation. When the Death card comes up reverse, I do feel like you guys are in the middle of learning like a major lesson, spiritual lesson, and you guys are closing a chapter on your life, and you guys are moving on. You guys are like ascending into a new phase, into a new mentality, into a new awareness, you know, a new level of consciousness. And I do feel like you guys, you do realize this, but I do feel like, you know, you guys are kind of hiding out. You guys are scared of the intensity. You guys are scared of the change that this brings. Although I do feel like, you know, you guys are making some headway. You guys are making the steps towards that. But I feel like it's almost to a point where, you know, you can run, but you can't hide. And it's almost like you're getting tired of running away and retreating into yourself and resisting this, and it's going to come at you one way or another. You're going to be confronted with it. And so I feel like it's better for you to actively take it on instead of having things happen to you and being more passive, because this Four of Swords is such a passive energy, and it is peaceful, and, you know, it's free of drama and free of fight and confrontation, but at the same time, you don't grow when you're in your comfort zone. It is nice to have a little retreat, but I do feel like, you know, with this Pentacles card, this is, you know, you're supposed to make, you know, your own nest, make a home for you to retreat into. And it's good, obviously, to have your own, like, home base, but you need to be making movements now, and you need to be working hard now, or at least promoting yourself a little bit more so that you will have that place to run to. So try to work on that now so that you do have a place that you're satisfied with, and I don't mean just a house or anything like that, but just a family or a situation, a career, or, you know, some sort of something to call yours, something to fall to retreat into when it's all said and done, when you need that break. But right now I feel like it's time to get up and start fighting for yourself, start fighting for your name. And so the outcome card for you Virgos, we have the Sun in the reverse position. Okay, so the Sun is going to be entering your sign, but I do feel like this set of readings, this reading is for mostly the first 2 weeks of August, so I do feel like, you know, you're not quite there yet, and so the Sun is like, the Sun is almost at your sign, you know, your Sun is almost returning, and I feel like until it does get into your sign and Mercury moves out of your sign and things kind of, you guys can be, filled with that fire energy, because, we do have, although the sun is going into an earth sign, into Virgo, after Leo, we do have most of the other inner planets going into the sign of Leo, which is what this card represents. So I do feel like, towards the middle and end of the month, you will have more energy and more confidence, more boldness, and more strength, just like emotional strength, to be able to face people and be able to be confident enough in yourself to, to show people what you're worth and to demand what you deserve, and make sure that you go out and actually get it, instead of just kind of working behind the scenes and waiting for things to happen to you. Although, it doesn't matter if you deserve it or not. Sometimes you have to go out and claim it, go out and get it, even if you are entitled to it, unfortunately. So with the sun in reverse, I do feel like, you need to, as your outcome card, I feel like, you will be shown that, you will be, I guess, deprived of what you deserve unless you fight for it, unless you do something, because the sun is about, your vitality, your strength, and when it's in the reverse position, it's almost like, things that you're used to, things that you need to breathe, are kind of turned upside down. They're kind of like, so I feel like your world, your comfort zone will be kind of shaken up. You'll be kind of removed from your comfort zone if you don't go out and remove yourself from it, to go out and claim what you want, to better yourself. So we have another major arcana card in the reverse position. Death is a good card to have in the reverse position, I feel like, because it's like you're in the middle of a transformation, and you're transcending, your hurt and your disappointment. You're transcending that into something that will benefit you, something that will make you into a new person, that you'll kind of ascend into a higher state of mind, which is good. But the sun in reverse, to me, makes me feel like, you guys are denying the world of who you are, and you're denying yourself of, the beauty and the talent that you guys possess, or that you guys are, because it's like you guys are not being fair to yourselves. You guys are not showing yourself enough love. You guys are not, taking care of yourself. The sun, to me, is all about the self. Your own little, everyone's birth chart, it's like the sun is kind of, obviously the other signs are important, but the sun is what gives us, our core personality, our core values, and it's this thing that just shines on everyone. It gives us light. And so, especially with the sun in Leo, which is what this card represents, I do feel like maybe you guys are not taking into, your own worth and value into account, and you're kind of overplaying other people's, and you're kind of, or I don't even think you're overplaying other people's. I feel like you guys are just, I don't know what it is. You guys are retreating. You guys are not getting what you want. You're not seeing the results that you want and that you are expecting. And so you're kind of falling into the spiral of like, well, I'm not good enough or whatever. Or you're just, I feel like some of you Virgos are just ignoring it completely, and you guys are just off escaping into your own little world. And you're, alone with your thoughts, and you guys can travel millions of miles a minute with your own thoughts, and it's a dangerous path to be walking, and you want to turn around and walk away as quickly as possible, and you want to be putting yourself up instead of bringing yourself down, so that you can actually demand what you deserve. I feel like that is the major theme here. You need to accept that you're not the same person as you were. Maybe a long time ago you deserve to be where you are now, but times are changing, you're evolving, and it's time now to accept. And once you accept that, you know, you're better and you're different than you were in the old version of you before, then, you know, and you're fair to yourself, then you'll start seeing the changes that you have been working hard for. Because the physical manifestation of your desires follows, you know, what you believe in and your mental state and what, you know, and if you're constantly putting yourself down or over analyzing yourself, you know, you're never going to be where you are. You're always going to find the negative, and so, you know, life is always going to find something negative to throw at you, because that's constantly what's on your mind. So try to keep a positive attitude. Try to, you know, be true to yourself. Do something that you love to do, something that re-energizes you, something that gives you life and hope and just renews you, just revitalize your spirits. And I do feel like this, you know, you turn this around, and I feel like you'll have exactly what you want. You'll have your little paradise, you'll have your oasis, and you'll have that rest and relaxation. And, you know, you'll be able to fall back and just, you know, relax. You don't have to be so tense. And so I do feel like first you need to go out there, you know, and really put yourself up. And if you have to do that first on the inside with your own thoughts, and then push it and, you know, release it into the world, that's fine, as long as you are making those steps towards getting rid of, you know, being perfectionists and, you know, nitpicking on all the little things, and you get back to just, you know, accepting and loving yourself for all that you are. So guys, I hope that you guys found that reading helpful. I hope that you guys are now maybe a little calmer, maybe a little bit more excited, maybe more aware. I hope that you enjoyed that reading and that you found some things to resonate with you. Again, don't forget to watch your other signs, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, etc. The link will be at the end of the video if you don't already know what your other signs are. And don't forget to watch your mid-August readings, which I'll be posting towards the middle of the month. Until then, don't forget to keep smiling and to always remember just how amazing you are. I love you guys so very much. Thanks again for helping me get to that 1K. If you're not already subscribed, please do so. And if you liked this reading at all, then please give this video a thumbs up. It would really mean a lot to me. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Love you. I